Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Aunt Becky.
I'm Matt.
I'm Callie.
And we're some of the Veggie boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on this farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. Currently, we are getting ourselves ready to head out to the fields. We have got a lot of picking scheduled for today, and that's wonderful because we are short a person. Dad is not here. Him and Mom are out in Cleveland, Ohio with my aunt and uncle. So yeah, we're gonna be down a person today, but that's okay. We'll let Dad go. He deserves it. When it comes to morning chores, we've already got all the animals taken care of. All the animals are very healthy, and you couldn't ask for a more beautiful day. We've got perfect picking weather. So right here at our test plot, which we have planted right next to the road so that any of the local farmers driving by can come and look at the corn, there's quite a few people here looking at the corn today. Now, unfortunately, Dad's not here, and I know he'd love to be here. My dad sells Pioneer seed, and a lot of the people at Pioneer were interested in how the test plot was looking this year. So a whole bunch of them showed up this morning, and they're walking through the plot. I don't know where they are. They're somewhere in there. I'm not even gonna try and look for them. There's a lot of corn. So yeah, there's something else going on today. I don't know how long they're gonna be here, but if they have any questions, we might have to come help them. I think Daniel's in there somewhere as well. It's a lot of corn. Now there was a lot of trucks there. How many people were over in that cornfield?
Like 10, I think. Like 10 different people over there looking at corn and different hybrids.
So that's why you left Daniel with them? Daniel handled everything?
He's gonna have to handle it. He's the boss.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm with Matthew, and we are getting sweet corn. As you can see, we don't have a bin with us today because, well, quite frankly, we don't have a driver right now. Our driver is helping out over there in the field, and we're not selling as much sweet corn as we had been previously. A lot less people are eating it. And that's okay because our plantings are running a little behind due to the cooler weather at night. So whatever we get here today is going to be perfectly fine for us. And what we've been doing for the past couple days is just picking enough so that we can get through each day with fresh sweet corn. A lot of you have been watching us pick sweet corn all summer long, and it's always funny to me how the way you harvest sweet corn doesn't really change. You just go through pulling off ears. I always have people asking me how they harvest their sweet corn, and it's pretty simple. What I like to do is I just put my hand at the top of the ear, and then in a downward twisting motion, I just pull the ear off. So I just basically roll my wrist. That's all I do. I just go like that, and if it's a stubborn ear, I just do it multiple times. Now, depending on the variety, sometimes they pop off really easy. But there's also other times where the sweet corn will fight you. I prefer sweet corn that doesn't fight me. Some people say we make it look very, very simple, but if you've pulled as much sweet corn as we have, this is just like second nature. I could probably do this in my sleep. We got a few large baskets of corn picked. Now we're gonna take this back to the farm. We're gonna get loaded up with baskets, and we're gonna be on our way back out to the fields. We have orders for sweet corn later on in the week, so we will be picking in the bins again shortly. But it's just kind of weird not picking as much sweet corn as we had previously. But hey, times are changing.
April's not here, Cleveland. Right.
Matthew and I just made it back out to the fields, and Matthew is now leaving me. He just got a call. They need some help back at the farm loading some stuff up. So that is where he is off to. I am gonna be moving myself over to the eggplant. We need 8 baskets of eggplant. So we're just gonna go down through the row and grab whatever we can find. Based on what I've seen from our eggplant this year, I don't think it's gonna be too difficult to fill these baskets. Now, what's interesting about these eggplant is some of the older varieties that we used to raise had these terrible thorns on them. They would grow all over the stem. Now, right here, the tip right here, you can see there's a little thorn there. These eggplant that we're raising right now have much less thorns on them, which is really, really nice for when you're picking. If you do need to grab some eggplant with your hand, there's a lot less chance that you're gonna get stabbed by one of those thorns. And those thorns are annoying because they're very, very thin. So they just break off in your hand immediately, and because the thorn is so thin, they're hard to find, and they can really, really hurt your hands after a few days. So this new variety that we've been harvesting this year has been so much nicer for us. My hands feel so much better this year picking eggplant as opposed to the last couple of years. So whatever variety this is, I'm not sure off the top of my head, I'm happy Dad raised it because it is so nice. I've now got all the eggplant picked that we needed, 8 full baskets. Not only was it easy to get all these baskets filled, but the eggplant just looks spectacular. We're gonna have no trouble selling that. Now I'm moving on to the next thing that we need to pick, which is jalapenos. Matthew just came back, but then the girls had let us know that we had an order for basil that was not picked yet. Matthew just got the order of basil picked, and he's taking it back to the farm. The next thing I need to harvest is jalapenos, so that's what I'm getting started with. This year, the jalapenos have looked absolutely incredible. It's been easy to pick baskets and baskets and baskets of jalapenos, which is a good thing because we've had a lot of orders this year. And we've also been selling a lot just through the farm market. There's so many different things that you can use jalapenos for, and our customers have been doing that because we've been selling so many. It would be a problem if we weren't able to harvest them. But I mean, look how many are on these plants and how large they are. It doesn't take that long to fill a basket. And as long as the jalapenos continue to look nice and the weather agrees with us, we will continue picking jalapenos for as long as we can. This is actually a job that most years I'm not too fond of, and that's probably because the jalapenos don't look as nice as they do now. But this year I've been enjoying it so much more. Just got all the jalapenos picked. We've got them into the basket. 3 beautiful half bushel. Now we're gonna get all this eggplant that I had picked put onto the wagon, and then we're gonna move to a different section of the field. Not sure what we're gonna pick next. I'm thinking bell peppers or cucumbers. One of those two. We just have to wait and see. So Daniel, what did you learn over at the test plot today?
There's tar spot in the corn.
Okay, so what's that mean?
I don't really know. They were using big words, and I'm homeschooled. All I know is it probably came on too late to affect anything. Altogether, our corn's looking real good.
These cucumber plants that we're going through right now, they are not the nicest, but that's okay. It's getting late in the season for them. We are finding nice cucumbers though. Nothing compared to the harvest during the peak of summer, but it's still something that we need. And this should hold us over in the farm market. We're not gonna be able to fill orders like we were before, but that's okay. We just need it for us.
Ooh, nice color on them. Plant breeder guy does a lot.
Plant breeder guy, sorry, I'm trying to
We got all our cucumbers and zucchini that we just harvested picked up and now onto the wagon. We've also moved the wagon to a different location. We need to grab green bell peppers. So we're gonna be grabbing as many as we can. This is our second planting of peppers. The first planting of peppers, a lot of the bell peppers are starting to mature into beautiful red and orange colors. So we're really just trying to find green because that's what people are looking for, and we don't have any back at the farm.
back now. When Dad gets back,
Stop. We just got all our peppers moved onto the wagon, a beautiful harvest. We've got to get all this stuff back to the farm. We're gonna run everything we can through the washer and then get it moved into the farm market. I'm gonna turn it on.
yes, sir.
We just got everything washed and sorted. We got a few things put into boxes. We had some orders. Now that we're all done with this stuff, we're gonna take it up into the farm market. Alrighty, it is lunchtime and it looks like we're having spicy green tomatoes and some grilled cheese. After we got finished off with lunch, we got everything unloaded that we had just washed down around back, and it was moved into the farm market. Currently, we're in the largest greenhouse. We are pulling down some hanging mums, and we're also grabbing some mums that we need to fill up top. We only have a few more of these large barrels to sell. Matthew is gonna be taking another one up. They can be kind of difficult to carry, but they just look so nice. This greenhouse is still relatively full. We are running out of hanging mums, which is to be expected, but for the most part, this thing is pretty loaded. A lot of these mums have now got their buds and they're getting ready to open up, which is a big deal for us. It means that we're gonna be moving even more mums. That's a big old mum. We've made our way back out to the fields. We need to grab some yellow squash for an order. So we're walking down through our old patch of zucchini because that's where the last of the yellow squash is. We're hoping to find what we need. I've got to go for a little walk now, but I think we'll be able to find a basket. Well, we just picked down through the entirety of the yellow squash and we didn't even get enough to fill our order. We're just gonna tell the customer that we're not able to get it for them. That is very unfortunate. We don't like to do that. We always try our best to fill every order that we get, but if we don't have something, we don't have it. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. Still frustrating though, because when we took the order, we thought we were gonna be able to do it. But anyway, we're now taking a walk back through the pumpkin field to the four-wheeler that we had parked. We're just trying to see how the pumpkins look, kind of keep in mind what we're gonna need to pick. We still have quite a few pumpkins out in this field, but anything that we need that we can't raise or pick ourselves, we have to keep in mind because Matthew's gonna be going to the auction, not today and I don't think tomorrow, but the following day. And if he needs to pick up any pumpkins, he can. So, you know, that's just stuff we're trying to stay on top of. When it comes to fall decoration, that is a big deal here in Northeast Pennsylvania. So if we can supply our customers with plenty of fall decorative items, well, that's only gonna benefit us. Since the squash did not live up to what we needed, we went to something that always is reliable and never lets us down: tomatoes. This third planting of tomatoes is just amazing me right now. We've gone through here once and picked some plum, but now that they're all starting to ripen up, they're just so beautiful. The round tomatoes were super large for our third planting, and our plum tomatoes, not all of them are very, very large, but we're finding very nice tomatoes. They don't seem to have many markings, whether it's from weather damage or insect damage, pest pressure, but what we are finding is gorgeous tomatoes that many people are going to be happy to buy. We just filled all the baskets that we had with tomatoes, so now we need to get them loaded onto our wagon. We found a few different areas where there was a lot of tomatoes just in one spot, but then after a little bit, it kind of got thin. We had to keep moving down through the rows. we're happy with what we got, but it's obvious that these tomatoes need a little more time to grow. And there we have it. All of our baskets have been filled. Beautiful amount of tomatoes on our wagon. We got a decent amount of plum tomatoes washed and onto the wagon. Now remember, we also went through and sorted them all out. So we have a few baskets of green ones and ones that aren't quite ready for sale yet. So as these do ripen up, we will have to sort them again and then we'll be able to sell them. It's amazing how quickly it happens because just the other day, all these tomatoes right here, we had sorted them out and many of them were green or pink, but now they've matured to a beautiful color. Today has been a very, very busy day and we've been able to get a lot harvest. I'm happy with what we've gotten picked and I'm happy that we've been able to get a lot of the orders filled because that's always stressful waiting last minute to get orders done. Now sometimes there's not much you can do about it. You will have orders that just pop up. Someone needs something quick. But usually we try and get our orders at least a few days in advance. That way we can make sure that we get things picked for people. Hey everybody, so we had some weird circumstances back at the farm. Right when we were closing up, we had a cow get out, and I should say calf. Calf got out, a 300-pound calf, and it ran all over the place. We were chasing a calf for an hour. It was bad. We had to tackle it. You know, the details, yeah. But anyway, we are now home. We're getting ready to eat dinner. We've got somewhere to be tonight. So that means this is where we're going to be ending the video. I would like to thank everyone for watching. And me and Lily hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.